Hello, everybody. So I haven't done a video in quite some time, so I thought I'd do a little life update for you now, just to tell you how things are going for me, what I'm doing, what's going on. Yeah, I'm homeless again. Yay, homelessness. But it's okay actually, because the council really came through for me. I was faced with the prospect of rough sleeping one night about a week and a half ago, and they put me up in a hotel. They put me up in a lovely hotel and gave me a free breakfast and everything. And I had no money at this point, so that was a very good boon to sort of have. That was a very nice thing. Yeah, they put me up in a hotel, gave me a free breakfast. Now I'm in a homeless shelter again. I'm in Unity House in Chippenham, which is one of the local homeless shelters. And it's really good, actually. It's going really well. I'm loving it here. I mean, I've got my own little room, which is fantastic. That's another sort of example of me landing on my feet and the council really coming through for me and the system actually working for people for once. And yeah, like I've got my own little room here. This is lovely. Got a little ensuite, sort of shower, bathroom sort of thing, a lovely bed, and yeah, I'm just chilling, just enjoying myself, just trying to get some writing done as well, working on the second draft of my third book, Behemoth, which I'm going to send off to publishers in due course and agents and so on, and try and get it published eventually. Um, I think once the second draft is completed, I'll try and do that. But yeah, I mean, my experience of being homeless, I've done this before, so this is nothing new, really. I mean, it's not really new, um, and it's so much better actually than being at my mum's house because she kicked me out. She didn't want me there anymore due to me smoking weed and things, and very uptight, conservative, um, fussy, uh, unpleasant, nasty place to live. Actually, my mother's house with not a very nice individual. That's what she is, unfortunately. Um, Constantly on my case about something or other, and that just makes me depressed and not wanting to do anything, and so on and so forth. It's terrible for my mental health. And I guess that's been the kind of the pattern of behavior for my entire life, isn't it? My mother getting frustrated with me and then me being paralyzed by feelings of guilt, shame, self-loathing, and really verging on being abusive is what she is, unfortunately. She wasn't the abusive component in my childhood. That was her boyfriend, but she's never acknowledged that her boyfriend, this guy called Rob, ever abused me. But unfortunately, he did, and that's been a very major point of contention in our lives in the past. But perhaps I'm getting too much off track and detailing too much of the history there, which is a very complex, not complex as such, but well, it's convoluted somewhat, and it doesn't bear repeating. I don't think it doesn't bear talking about. But well, I'll do another video on it maybe one day once I can get my thoughts organized on the issue. But no, just for now, I mean, everyone here at the homeless shelter is really nice. Got the usual group of alcoholics and drug users out the front, sitting out in the sunshine all day, drinking, and getting Larry and so on, and all that. That's going on still. I need some like-minded people I can connect with. I don't know if there are so many of those here, but yeah, it's not so bad. Everyone's chill, actually. Everyone's kind of cool. Um, and yeah, it's weird. Well, is it weird being homeless? It's not. It's not the usual condition of life, is it? And I think I've made the sort of decision now that when it comes to regular jobs and regular employment, I don't think I want to have anything to do with it. I think I'd rather live a sort of money-free lifestyle or coast on benefits and just write and see where my writing takes me. It's like that decision that Charles Bukowski was faced with. He was faced with suffocating away for the rest of his life in a grim office job or grim post office job that he hated, and despising every moment of your workday just for a mere paycheck to bring back home to feed yourself, to shelter yourself, and so on and so forth, and all this sort of stuff, and the nonsense you have to deal with from other people, and the bullshit and just general work life in a general sense that goes along with everything like that. I can't be dealing with it anymore. The politics of it, the just drudgery and the toil and everything else. And I think I can make it as a writer. So I've decided to starve like Charles Bukowski did. Yeah, I mean, living life on the edge, living the bohemian artist life. I guess this is what it amounts to in reality now, isn't it? It's like you end up in a homeless shelter if you sincerely pursue that sort of thing. But then again, c'est la vie, right? I've ended up in a homeless shelter. So what? Like, it's happened again due to this very tense relationship with my mother. And yeah, ended up back here in this place. But no, it's not all bad. It's not doom and gloom. It's not the end of the world. I just need to get something published. I need to get a book published and have that do well. And that's what I'm really focusing my energies towards at the moment. Um, Trying to get Behemoth done, this novel that I'm writing with what I'm convinced is the most evil character in fiction in it. This psychiatrist called Alistair Foyle who skins people alive and eats their skin. And he's just a foul, foul character, uh, deeply twisted, bitter, envious, not narcissistic, but psychopathic, clearly, deeply sadistic. Yeah. And I don't know if I was like kind of making him a critique of psychiatrists or not, since I've been treated also not particularly brilliantly by the mental health system and psychiatry and what have you over the years. I thought I'd do that. Yeah. Don't know. Maybe. I guess he is actually. Yeah, a critique of the psychiatric establishment. So creatures such as that crawl within their ranks. And it wouldn't surprise me much actually if they did. But there we go. Yeah, so life update. That's really what's going on at the moment for me. Oh, I've got a stand-up comedy gig hopefully coming up in the future. This festival. I think I'm doing the Big Chill or something. A festival like that. It's a sort of a secret location though, and I've got to get in touch with the organizer guy for the comedy bits, and he's going to get back to me hopefully with a 20-minute spot at this festival, which I'm really excited about. I haven't done comedy in really too long actually, just because I haven't had the money to be able to do it. I haven't had the money to literally get on a train and go to Bath and do stand up, which is a fucking pain in the arse. But I guess it's just something I have to deal with, isn't it? But I could work and get more money, but then if you work, you lose time that you could be devoting to your craft and so on and so forth. And if I were to get work, it'd be like bar work or something, which eats up my evening times. Because you always work when other people aren't working, so you can serve them on a bar or whatever, and therefore you end up working when you could be doing other things like doing a stand-up comedy gig or what have you, um, and you fritter away time that way. I think I'm decided now in life that writing and stand-up is what I want to pursue. It's what I've always wanted to pursue, really, and I think they're the strongest motivating forces for me in life. So I'm not going to devote myself to anything that's frivolous, or otherwise unimportant, such as a regular job. I have no intention of getting a regular job. I don't think, not at the moment. I can't when I'm in the homeless shelter anyway, because I'll lose my housing benefits and hence lose my accommodation if I do get employed. So there's that also. But yeah, I've just thought of the immense amount of time I've spent working, often for people I hate, in situations I hate, with people I hate, or people around me who I hate. And there's loads of people who have been lovely as well. There's loads of people I've worked with who I've loved working with, but it's just that, and not enjoying myself as well. Like, why should I do this like ridiculous shit and not enjoy my life? Why should I do something that doesn't fulfill me, that doesn't make me feel good? There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it at all. And yeah, I think also, actually, because I've spent the last 10 days now without any money whatsoever. I think I can live without money. I don't think I need money particularly. I think, you get provided for in life. The universe really does take care of you. It takes care of your basic needs. You'll get fed. You will. There's charities here feeding people. We get deliveries of food to the homeless shelter from stuff that's going out of date in supermarkets. You'll get fed. People, you won't go hungry. And for tobacco, there's always cadging off of other people. And you can do what I do as well, which is picking up cigarettes from the street and smoking those. And there's always that. There's a plethora of cigarette butts out there for consumption, and shameful though it is to do it. I mean, it's like free tobacco, and people very often smoke only half a cigarette, chuck it away. I mean, it seems like a filthy thing to do, obviously, but I mean, is it that bad? Really? I mean, it's smoking. So you're not going to get germs from it because it is burning anyway, so it's sterile. So the flame sterilizes the smoke that's coming from the tobacco thing. And is it worse than sharing a cigarette with someone? Why is it worse? It's just road dirt on it, on the cigarette butts as you pick it up off the street. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it particularly. It just seems like dirty and depraved. That's the problem with it. So I mean, I've got both bases covered. I've got my cigarettes covered, and I've got food covered here, and accommodation and shelter. So it's really not the end of the world. And have I needed money over these last few days when I haven't had any money? I would have liked to have had money. Having some money would be nice, sure, but I haven't needed it. I haven't really needed money. And I don't think we do need money. And I've been watching a lot of videos recently about living the money-free lifestyle, or living a life without money. And I think very often, yeah, we can live an approximation of the good life without any money at all. And I think perhaps that's the secret to this whole thing. It's giving up our desires for things that we then get rewarded after that. Um, and that the real rewards come not in the form of money or fame or success or whatever these kind of faintly materialistic trappings kind of portend, but it comes in the form of other things as well, like great gift of insight, and great gifts of creativity, and great gifts of time, really, just where we can spend out of the rat race and commune with nature and things like this. And I take huge long walks around Chippenham looking for cigarette butts, obviously. And I love it. I love seeing the nature everywhere, and being out in the woods and the trees and everything else. And that's lovely. There's like loads of pathways around. There's loads of parkland here. It's a really beautiful place, actually.
and I'm really appreciating that at the moment. And I'm like, I've been less hung up on the fact that I've had basically no money than I have been on like thinking about my projects, thinking about what to do in the future, thinking about writing poetry, writing my novel, all this sort of thing. And I'm about halfway through the second draft of my novel now. So, I mean, it's getting close to the point where it's completed or complete enough to be sent off to agents and publishers. And yeah, I'm really thinking about all these sorts of things. And I'm enjoying my life, I think. And I'm enjoying it because I don't have stresses associated with my life at the moment. I don't have work. I don't have responsibility. I don't have anything that I'm attached to that's particularly keeping me here. I've looked into other people's lives as well who live similar sorts of lifestyles, and they get by with volunteering and things like this, and just volunteer around different places and live like that, and just volunteer for accommodation and board and food and accommodation, and just do that for their entire lives. Some people do. And like, I think I might become one of those. I mean, I've looked into the RSPB, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, volunteering programs up in Orkney in Scotland. And that looks fascinating. Doing some research on bee populations up on Orkney. And yeah, I think I'd love to do that. That runs for about 2 months in the summer. So I need to get an application off for that before the 25th of April. Um, and I will do, I think, and try and get on that program and try to figure out something else in the interim, in betweeny times, and just float around and be homeless and be a volunteer, be a nomad, living a very much a nomadic lifestyle, just traveling from place to place and doing volunteer stuff, which sounds fascinating. It sounds like fascinating work, really. And, maybe I could even use that as a sort of springboard to get into conservation and wildlife sorts of jobs. Maybe in the future I could, who knows? And yeah, maybe that would enliven me or inspire me. And it'd be less kind of horrible bar work drudgery or horrible dairy farming drudgery. And maybe be something that I could actually get passionate about, like saving the planet and the wildlife and so on. And yeah, maybe. This has gone on too long now for a life update. I'm very sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But hopefully, this has just given you an overview of everything that's going on with me at the moment, if you're interested. And yeah, I'll see you all soon, hopefully. And see you, yeah. And I'll do a video about something other than just my life. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye. I love you lots.